Well, everyone, it's time for us to do a battery comparison between the iPhone XS, 10R, 11, 12, and iPhone 13 and see how long all these iPhones are going to last on iOS 17. Now, all these phones have all the apps cleared out in the background. They're also maxed out at brightness, and we're just going to let them kind of sit here and die out over time. Now, for the first hour or two, I'm just going to let them literally be on their main display, and I just want to show you guys how much these batteries are going to drain literally with them being on their main display. This is the first beta of iOS 17, so I'm expecting there's going to be a lot of battery drain even when sitting idle. All these are going to be on their max brightness for the duration of this video, so I'll check back in every so often and kind of see how long they last. And we will also check back in about an hour, so it is 12, it's basically like 1 o'clock, so within an hour, I'll just check back in and basically see where they're at. So I will see you then. So it's been an hour, literally only an hour of them being on their main display, and you can see we are already at varying battery levels. So the iPhone XS is at 84%, the iPhone XR is at 85%, the iPhone 11 is at 85%, the iPhone 12 is at 94%, and the iPhone 13 is at 92%. So far the iPhone 12 is doing the best, followed by the 13, and the 10R and 11 are tied, and the iPhone XS is pretty much in last place. So surprisingly, the iPhone 12 is outperforming the other iPhones, which is pretty crazy. I think the iPhone 11 is doing pretty decent. I think the iPhone 11 and 10R are both doing pretty decent, and I'm not surprised the XS is doing the worst out of all of them. We'll check back in another hour. I'm not even going to play any games. I'm just going to go ahead and just leave them on their main display again, and we'll check back in another hour and basically see where they're at. All right, everyone, many hours have passed, and so many phones have died within the last couple of minutes. The XS died at 5 hours and 29 minutes. The 10R died at 5 hours and 18 minutes. And the iPhone 11 died at 5 hours and 39 minutes. Now, we are still many hours away probably from these two phones dying, the 12 and the 13. So what we're probably going to do is we're just going to let them sit here once again, and just let them chill out here for a little bit longer. It's crazy that these all died around the same time, which is pretty interesting. I was not expecting that. The difference between the 11 and the 12 is so big, and the battery healths haven't even degraded that much. So we're going to chill out again for like another hour, 2 hours, and see where these are at. And hopefully by then, hopefully these are around 30-something%. But I guess we'll wait and see what happens there. So it's actually been a couple of hours since that last clip, and we are now at 7 hours, 27 minutes. And you can see we are at 22% on the iPhone 12, and the iPhone 13 is also at 22%. So I'm guessing in the next couple of hours, one of these phones are going to die again. And I will probably end up loading up Temple Run 2 on both of them, to be honest, and just to kind of get these ones, dying a little bit faster. That way we can just kind of end this one early. We kind of get an idea. These ones are doing pretty well in iOS 17. And these ones, not so much, which is, again, expected. So we'll check back in about another hour. I'll keep my eyes on these, so whenever these two die, I'll pretty much just kind of record it from here. But we'll check back in some time and see where they're at. Okay, we are at the 8 hour and 14 minute mark, and I think we get the point. If we go and hop out of all these ones, they've been just playing Temple Run 2 for a little bit. We're at 10% on the iPhone 12 and 14% on the iPhone 13. Surprisingly, the iPhone 12 was doing pretty good in the beginning with. Now it kind of dwindled down a little bit faster than something like the iPhone 13. So what did we learn here? Well, for the most part, I think the iPhone XS, 10R, and 11 are doing pretty poorly on iOS 17. I think the iPhone 12 and the iPhone 13 are actually doing a little bit better, which is honestly a really good thing to see. Whenever we are able to get an iPhone that has a little bit of a better battery life, it's always good to see, and I'm really happy about that. So I don't know if these are necessarily better on iOS 17 than iOS 16, but I do know one thing. If you own a 12 or 13, you're going to be getting much better battery life from these two devices than these three devices as of right now. So in terms of that kind of covers up this specific comparison. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.